What's up, guys? Jason back to my channel. Tonight I'll be doing a review for AW Collision. So let's get to it then with the first match: Britt Baker versus Hardy Cameron. And I'm trying to get this low. Hold on. Yeah. Alright, kicking things off is in-ring action from the AEW Women's Division. The crowd is way into Britt Baker tonight. She controls Cameron in her 10th match in AEW and does the DMD hand gesture to the crowd, who does it back with her. The two hit the mat for some chain wrestling and pin attempts and reversals, all the while Giovanni McGinnis mentioned the lineup schedule for tonight's show. Cameron starts to fight back and get her offense in the match, but Baker takes back over. Baker pulls out the glove and slips it on, looking for her lockjaw finisher, but Cameron ultimately avoids it. Cameron hits a running knee to Baker for a 2 count. Baker fights back with a sling blade and stomp to the back of the head for the victory. Alright, come on. Alright, after the match, as Baker celebrates, we hear Mercedes Monet's theme. Out comes the CEO with Camille. Baker heads up after her, so Monet sends Camille down. Baker has a candlestick, but Camille takes it and breaks it over her knee. She proceeds to beat Baker down. She takes over forever, but eventually carries her into the ring, sits her on the top rope, hoists her up, and flips her over for a face plant slam. Monet comes into the ring after that, and she and Camille put their feet on the fallen Baker as Monet's theme plays again. So winner is Britt Baker. All right, next match is ROH Tag Team Championships. The Undisputed Kingdom Horde Champions versus Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Alright, video package airs with highlights from the press event earlier this week in Arlington, Texas, to formally announce All In Texas for 2025 next July 12 at Global Life Field. Jeremiah, no, not that one. The mayor of the city is shown in the crowd at tonight's collision. Highlights a recent ROH action involving Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, and the Undisputed Kingdom are shown afterwards. Rhodes and Guevara are introduced and make their way down to the ring for the big ROH World Tag Team Championship opportunity. The Undisputed Kingdom trio, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, make their way out next for their latest defense of the Ring of Honor tag straps. The bell sounds, and we see Rhodes and Bennett kick things off for the respective teams. Alright. Rhodes backs him in the corner and chops him, and then hits the drop to the knees, slap punch, uppercut to Bennett as he's leaning over. Taven tags in, and the two look for double team action, but it backfires, and Dustin blasts them both before tagging in Mr. Man Bun himself, Guevara. He comes with his tiny top of the head pebbles from Flintstone's ponytail off the tag flying all over the place before Guevara's home state fans chant his name as he drops down for his laying down tranquila pose. Dustin does some breakdancing Paris Olympic style and poses next to him. David slams Guevara into the steel ring, stays on the floor as we shift gears into a mid-match commercial break. When return, Guevara hits a huge top rope splash fly and tags in Dustin, who hits Crossroads. Things continue until everyone runs out, literally. Alright, the conglomeration of the Cage of Agony guys, the Beast, Mortals, and Roderick Strong, and the latter of whom messes up, sliding his chair into the ring, and others like the Von Erichs. Way too many people in all confusion. The actual match ends with a crossroads from Dustin into a senton off the top from Sammy for the win for new champs. So winners and new ROH World Tag Team Champions Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Alright, next match is Hologram versus Angelico. Or Angelico. Alright. Angelico, I'm sorry. Alright, Renee Paquette's backstage with Chris Jericho, who shocker gets more TV time and interview segment. They gave him a good 5 minutes to essentially say nothing. He establishes, "Hi guys," and that he issues with Hook, though progress. Alright, Hologram makes his way out in his neon glowing vest, staying Tony Khan's pet project, folks. He sells in the ring and waits the arrival of his opponent. Out comes Angelico with a bunch of streamers falling from the ceiling as he sells in the ring. Money well spent, big time character development necessary. The bell sounds. Where this one after a stalemate in an offensive flurry, we see a hologram pose old school ECW chair for me style, while Angelico does a goofy little dance following a big high spot from hologram. On the floor, fans chant his name. As we head to a mid-match break, when we return, Hologram fires up and on offense. He walks the top rope furiously Undertaker style and hits a leaping hurricane. He is spun around a bunch by Angelico and finishes with a cool DDT for a close 2 count. A million pin attempts and reversals later, Hologram Ramley gets the 3 count on one of them to go 5-0 in AEW. Alright, so winner is Hologram. Alright, Jack Perry versus Danny Orion. Yeah, alright. The TNT champion Scapegoat Jack Perry comes out for the next match of the evening after a video package on the dangers of the Tiger Driver 91. His opponent already in the ring from DallasSingles.com. Not a bad Joe Leary how he was introduced by the ring announcer Danny Orion or something. Alright, after the bell, DallasSingles.com baddest ass gets manhandled in the corner by a cocky, arrogant, slow moving heel. Perry, he almost beheads the local online dating sensation from the Lone Star State with a lariat and then calls for the finish. He hits a running double knee for the quick squash match victory. Alright. Once the match wraps up, Perry grabs a body bag and a can of spray paint. He sprays white spray paint all over DallasSingle.com Danny's face. The commentators have to explain he's mocking Darby Allin's white face paint to make sense of that. Perry puts him in the body bag, and Dallas ladies will need now find a new single man. Perry zips up the bag, which has Darby's name written on it. He grabs a brand new TNT Championship belt and poses with it. It looks like a dark black belt with red blood splatter effects on it. We head to another break. So winner is Jack Perry. Alright, Claudio Castagnoli versus Leo Rush. Come on. After a backstage promo segment involving the Bang Bang Gang, the House of Black, and highlights of their recent rivalry with the Patriarchy, we learned from Christopher Daniels that it will be all three teams in a London ladder match for the trios titles at AEW All in London 2024 back inside the arena. Claudio Castagnoli makes his way to the ring for our next match of the evening. He sells inside the ring, and then the theme for his opponent hits. It's time to feel the rush. As Leo Rush makes his way out with a top flight, they stand back as he heads to the ring. The bell sounds, and off we go. Claudio with a gut wrench pickup of Rush shows off his power. Rush tries using his speed, but Castagnoli Donkey Kongs him into the mat with authority. He hits a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker to Rush over his knee. Alright. Shortly after that, with Claudio and commanding offensive lead, we shift gears into a mid-match commercial break. When we return, we see Rush hanging on at all costs and hitting some impressive kicks, but ultimately getting put away by the BCC member. Alright, so winner is Claudio Castagnoli. Alright, backstage, Chris Stanley and Stokely Hathaway with an all-out announcement. We shoot to Chris Stanley and Stokely Hathaway backstage. They talk trash about Will not get on tomorrow Ishii. With Hathaway hilarious saying, Ishii, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm the real stone pit bull around here. Dark box sounds, but squeaky girly ones. Alright. Instant belly laugh. Stokely as the man is announced during the segment that if they win against Willow and Ishii at All In, they get to pick the stipulation for the one-on-one match between Willow and Chris Stanley at All Out. After this, we head to another commercial break. Alright, next match, we have Eddie Kingston with a question for Bryan Danielson. Eddie Kingston is shown on his couch with crutches when we return. He talks about how he's not here to say he's coming back yet or anything like that. He says he still has a long road to go before he's back. Alright, he's been waiting, he's been watching the show lately and noticed something he wanted to talk about in a promo all of 2 minutes just to have an excuse to get him on TV. He talks about Bryan Danielson not having the fire of or being the guy who used to kick his ass. He asks why he even bothered doing the match at All In. Sorry guys, I thought I saw something. Alright, next match is Mariah May versus London something. Inside the arena, the glamour Mariah May makes her way to the ring for our next match. She has the high heel with her that she used on Toni Storm. As soon as she hits the ring, she attacks whoever her opponent is, who hasn't been announced or mentioned by name by anyone yet. Typical AEW London beer, where they said it quick, but because they had to, the match lasted all of 20 seconds. After the win, Timeless Toni Storm is shown in a black and white video package with dark black hair. She talks about being depressed until the doctor recommends the sad clown play. Alright, she takes a black wig off and strips out of her clothes and vows to have the strongest chin, toughest tits, and shoe she's ever seen. Storm is triumphantly ready for battle as she sends one final warning to May ahead of All In. Let's give them a show, she finished. May is shown fuming, and she further attacks her jobber opponent with the shoe. We head to another commercial break after this wraps up. Alright, so winner is Mariah May. Alright, main event time. AEW Tag Team Championship Eliminator FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler versus the Acclaim, Max Caster, and Anthony Bowens. Alright, so we go main event. When we return from the break, Max Caster's can't get cut off this week as he does his little freestyle rap backstage, standing next to Anthony Bowens and Billy Gunn before coming out to the ring. After they wrap up, we return inside the stadium where we hear the familiar sounds of the ATR's theme song. Out comes Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler for our final match of the evening. They sell inside, and then the theme for the Acclaim hits out. They come, no listen needed, already done. Harwood and Bowens kick things off for the respective teams after the bell sounds to start things off. Wheeler tags in and goes to work on Bowens' arm. Harwood quickly tags in and also focuses his offense on the same arm. Cassier eventually gets the tag, but they gobble him up as well. Alright. Hey, 20 minutes plus left. Can't rush things as Harwood goes to work on Caster. The floor, we head to a mid-match commercial break. When we return, we see Caster in the middle of crawling for the tag. Bowens takes the hot tag, and now it's the Acclaim's turn to kick butt for a few minutes as FTR hits some double team spots on Caster. Allowed, this is awesome chant breaks out. Caster starts to fight back, but Weir runs him over with a clothesline. A few moments later, FTR hits a double team Steiner Bros top rope bulldog up the shoulder spot. They go for the cover, but only get a count of two. We head to a second mid-match commercial break with FTR still in an offensive driver's seat. When we return, FTR are still in control until Caster hits a mean powerbomb on Wheeler. Alright. All four end up brawling. FTR goes for the shattered machine, but it's blocked. Bowens nearly picks up the win, but the pin is broken. Caster hits a mic drop, but during the cover, the other two brawl and fall on them to break it up just in time. They all brawl from their knees. We reach the 30-minute time limit. There is confusion with Billy Gunn trying to play peacemaker. He fails ultimately as they all start wildly brawling. Both teams are going to Wembley, announces Shivani and Percon. As this week's show goes off the air with the brawling still going, that's how things wrap up and all that stuff. So time limit draw leads to FTR. They claim getting AEW tag team title shots at All In. So yeah, time limit on the main event. So that was a good match and stuff. I mean, I guess that was the only match that was good or something. But yeah. But anyways, that was a good show tonight. Hope you like this video or not, whatever. So. I just want to say, leave a comment, or you guys want to do, I don't care. Still, anyways, hit that bell button, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, all that stuff. So, yeah, that was it, and I'll see you guys in the next video for Monday Night Raw review. All right, laters.